All right, let's take a look at what's happening. The King of Swords here. Now, this can be a person. It could be a male or a female, or it could just mean clear communication. Swords are clarity. They can also mean, double-edged swords. They can be biting communication. So watch your words. It can mean a air sign, though. This Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And this is feeling like a person. So this does feel like some communication needs to be had with an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra doesn't necessarily mean it's a man. Usually, if it's a king or a queen, it's someone that is very wise or older than the age of 30. So it does feel like there is some communication that needs to go on that's been kind of living intrinsically inside of you, and there may be a little fear about bringing it to the forefront. So it may be speaking your truth about an issue, maybe expressing love to someone that you've wanted to express, but it does feel like something from the inside needs to be taken into the outside and presented with clear communication. So it could be about resolving an issue, it could be just creating something new, but it does feel like some communication has to happen with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And it needs to be fairly clear and fairly soon because it's right in the immediate position. So here is the Three of Wands, which kind of tells you to wait, check things out. So it does feel like you're being torn. Should I say this? Should I don't? You're kind of swallowing your words. And it does feel, Scorpios, I'm a Scorpio too, so I understand this. We really go deep. We go very, very deep. And sometimes it's easier for us to stay in that deep place than to come out and communicate all the lessons and all the information that we learned in our meditations or while we are in that deep space. For most signs, that deep, deep space is not as comfortable as it is for the Scorpion. So now it's time to take some of that deep stuff that's inside and share it. The Three of Wands, that's about making decisions, waiting for the right time, looking at the big picture. It can dictate movement. It can dictate manifesting. So you may have been in the manifesting stage of your life the last couple of months. So now it's time to come out of the cave a little bit and be ready for what you wished for, is what I'm feeling. It also feels like there's a picture that's coming to me of travel as well, planning for the future for travel. All right, what is above you is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups, that's kind of like looking at things that have been a little disappointing. It can mean looking at things not as they truly are, as you wish them to be, kind of with a mask. It's time to peel off that mask, Scorpio, and look at things as they truly are. It also can mean a little bit of disappointment in the way that you thought things would turn out. But it does look like your emotions have been kind of fluffed up a little bit over the last month, and they're kind of bubbling to the surface. So now it's time to release some of those frustrations, turn off that record in your head that you're not enough, or whatever the negative mindset that keeps visiting you. It's time to release all that. And it does look like you have been doing a pretty good job of going within and truly looking at it. So it does feel like it's time to bring it from the inside to the outside and really look at things as they truly are so you can change them. And the manifestations are starting to come to you, it does feel. But it also can stand for, it's time to redo your bucket list. Take a look at the things that you've accomplished and reset your goals. Reset your goals, your boundaries, whatever you need to reset. But it is looking at things honestly so you can deal with them head on. But it also feels like it is time for you to make some big changes and take those great ideas that you've been working on, all your highest creative essence, the things that you have been perfecting in your head, and to put them out into the physical world too. All right, Nine of Swords. This feels like some disappointment, some shame, some upset. Something didn't turn out the way that you wished it to. You may have put your heart on the line and been rejected, something like this, or not gotten the job that you wanted to. But it does look like some sort of disappointment of the past. It may be involved with a King of Swords. So you may have thought a friendship, a relationship, a lover was a certain way, and then it's been revealed that you were either betrayed or that you were used in some way. But it does feel, and I'm seeing a disc in my head, so this may have been someone that you cared for very deeply, and they were just there to get what they needed, whether it was sex or money or your resources. But it does look like you have been very disappointed in the past, and you're building up from that disappointment. But it also feels like a sense of freedom too. Once you process the sorrow of this, it does, I feel like this monkey is off your back, and that you will have a little bit more freedom in the world, and that what was presented, so it may have been that you thought someone loved you and they didn't, or their depth of love wasn't as grand as yours. But it does feel like a disappointment, either in, it feels like a relationship space, not necessarily a lover, but it could be. But someone has disappointed you in a relationship, and it does feel like you either have decided to let that relationship go, or you have already done so because it's in the past. You've made some changes. And it says it doesn't have to be a lover, marriage, relationship. It could be a friend that disappointed you, or it very well could have been girlfriend, boyfriend, partner that disappointed you. But it is in the past position, so it does feel like you're growing. You're on the way up now from that disappointment. The Knight of Wands is here, and you know the Knights dictate movement. Wands can be fire signs, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm feeling this is standing for movement more than it is a person. So once this sorrow has been released, it does feel like movement is in order, taking these ideas that you've had for a long time and really putting them out into the world. Don't hide away in that comfortable place. It's really comfortable for Scorpios to go deep and not come out. So you've got to take some of those great ideas and propel them into the future. It does feel like that it may be even a business, maybe doing something in the healing arts, writing a book, something creative that you've been contemplating doing, and you're and it's kind of bubbled to the surface that now it's time to do something about it. So now it's time to put your feelers out. Now it's time to take that first step into making those changes that you've always wanted to do. Take it from your head and put it out into the world. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You can try it a different way. I don't see any great fear cards in here. It's more of just taking your time. Just put it out there. Put it out there. Just being a little slow in your delivery. But the time is nigh. It does look like it's a ripe time. You know, the Knights are movement. And this Knight of Wands is going forward. So it's propelling you into forward motion. And it does require your participation. Just the first step. So it does look like something you've been talking about for a long time, could be years even. And now it's time to, you know, plant those seeds, start some movement with those great ideas. Six of Swords is here, which kind of dictates floating a little bit to collect some clarity. He is looking in the past. That's lighting up for me. So there may be some things in the past that you have to clean up. It is on the line of this. So this sorrow, this betrayal, may get in the way sometimes of your clarity. So and it does feel like you're right in the middle of the process of releasing. So be kind to yourself while you're in that. You know, just take one step forward into your greatness and kind of free your mind and the rest will follow type of thing. But it does look like floating to get more clarity, collecting information, doing some more healing work. And this may be healing work out in the world as well as healing yourself. But it does look like it's a time to collect some information and be very clear before you like make a physical investment in something, but gathering more information to make that transition from the head and the heart into the manifesting, into the physical world. It will be a little easier the more information you collect and the more clearer you are. So the Five of Pentacles is here, and the Five of Pentacles, I'm getting a message here. But this does feel like some self-nurturing and to be gentle with yourself and to be gentle with others. But it does look like you may have put money and things and, you know, getting things out of your way and organizing things. Maybe that has been the focus for a little bit, but it does look like you need to shift the focus from doing things to more of a people-oriented experiences. It is on the basis of all this, so it does look like that shift is happening. So it does look like all that work that you did over the summer, that is, you know, all that hard work, whether you've been painting things and moving things, because I know a lot of physical activity has been happening and people bettering the places that they live. But it does look like things are coming into view a little bit on what that future is going to look like. And now it's time to refocus on the people around you, and really gift of yourself for this Five of Pentacles. I'm going to throw another card for clarity here. It's a little foggy. So I want to get a little clearer. Okay. Oh, the Sun. New beginnings. So, yeah, let your light shine. Time to have some fun. You've been doing a lot of the have to things. And so taking some of that wonderful brain stuff and putting it into the actual, really enjoying life a little bit more, creating time for the people, places that you really enjoy, and letting your light shine is what I'm feeling. But new beginnings, doing things in a different way. And also it feels like you're approaching people, kind of that interpersonal space, a little bit different, a little softer than you had in the past, now that you've gotten some clarity. And it does feel like you have put a lot of those pieces to the puzzle together. So don't be afraid to jump out in the world and use all that information and share it with your loved ones. The Well is right here. As I said, this is a new card for this deck. I have not used this deck prior to last month. But the Well is getting in touch with the God of your heart, really connecting with the source, identifying and using the gifts that you were given when you were gifted this body. We are more than this earth suit. We are children of God. We are children of the light. So it does look like you're incorporating all that wonderful psychicness, intuitiveness. You're using it more and more on a daily basis, and it's right along the line on here. So it looks like it's easier to gift others than to gift yourself that healing magic and forgiveness. So this kind of threw you for a loop, this kind of betrayal of the past, this using of resources or betrayal. So now it's time to get back to the source, basically. And you have been. It looks like you forgot about it for a minute, but now you're really incorporating it in your daily life. And I'm not just talking about the churchy stuff. I'm talking about the big picture. You know, school is here on Earth, and Scorpios understand that. Scorpios understand that everything that we go through, positive or negative, is a lesson that propels us a little bit more into why we are here. And it does look like you are exploring a little bit of that concept, and wanting to incorporate why you were sent here from the great creator, and to really use some of those gifts and use and learn why you're here, kind of the bigger picture. You're really incorporating it into your daily life. So it doesn't look like the little piddly stuff is upsetting you as much. Because you are able to see the greater good in all things that happen, even this. And I think you're probably already feeling a sense of freedom, which is, so validating. It looks like it took you a while to speak your truth. If you haven't done it already, you will do it soon. It looks like it is or was very difficult to communicate, but it's something that needed to be done. The driveway needed to be cleaned off. You've got new roads to drive on, and it was really sucking all of your energy and not allowing you to put forth why you were here on this earth. Scorpions, we're healers. We're here to aid others in the big picture as well as ourselves. So it looks like that is being more and more incorporated into your daily life. It also feels like you will be sought out for your opinion. You've got a couple of fives here, and the fives are kind of a little bit more tumultuous, a little bit more effortful. But this five of wands is upside down. So it does look like you may have resolved some issues, either from this situation or other situations, but it does look like you are able to speak your truth. It does look like some resolution has come into pass, but it does look like a very important conversation is coming up with this King of Swords, if it hasn't happened already. It does feel like it will kind of ease a lot of the stress, a lot of the uncertainty that has been surrounding you in this situation. And it does look like slowly things are starting to balance out again. It was really, really out of balance with you over-gifting, with you not really being equal in this. And it does feel like it was a misuse of either money, resources, emotion. This person was a taker, and you had to get them out of your life, or you're getting them out of your life shortly. But the five of wands upside down actually is a really great card. It means resolution. You've gone through the battle. It's done and over with. Now you get to create anew, which I think is the sun there too. Once this has all been resolved, new beginnings, you can be exalted again, and not doing things out of any sense of duty. It's time to put your needs into the forefront, dear Scorpio. All right, the culmination card is the Two of Pentacles. That is finding your balance, not only with money, with time, with things, but really finding your balance. Now you can refocus all of this energy that you've been gifting to other people. It's that, over helpfulitis thing, Scorpions. But the Two of Pentacles are really about finding balance. I'm also feeling like you may be finding a little bit more balance in love, or a new opportunity of love will be coming up. But for the most part, discs, pentacles, can be money. They're the physical things. So it's taking things from the mind and putting them into the physical, and really starting that manifestation. But you are coming into balance. You have worked really hard, Scorpio, over the last couple of months to make all this happen. And you may not know how to take that first step. Just pick a direction. If it's not the right direction, you can turn around and let go and go the other direction. But I encourage a little motion here. Come out of your head, Scorpio, and manifest. Eight of Wands. This is shooting down from the heavens. This is great ideas. This can be changes and motion. All of a sudden, activities coming from kind of nowhere. This can mean people wanting your attention. You may not be ready for it, but it does look like it is part of what you have manifested. So be careful what you wish for. And that's part of that, Venus retrograde in Scorpio, wanting to hide a little bit when people really need our attention and need our advice. But it does look like your wisdom will be needed out in the world a little bit. Sometimes it can be a little double-edged sword, a bit of a burden for you, holding all these responsibilities. But if you take them one at a time, it doesn't get so overwhelming. But it does feel like making time for you is the utmost and very important during this month of October, because there will be some external demands on you for your time, energy, and wisdom. So go ahead and pencil in that massage or a walk with your friends, but make sure that you create some downtime for you, because it does look like there will be additional demands on your wisdom and time in the month of October. Okay, sweet Scorpio, that is your reading for the month of October. And I'm going to throw a couple of these chakra cards. I like them. They're very colorful, and they seem to really hit home right where it's supposed to. Okay, come on. Oh, okay. Yep, time to get back to your magic. Time to make time for your magic and make time for your creations. Don't be afraid of jumping into the physical world. You are enough, and you have many, many important gifts that need to be shared out in the world. So use your magic for yourself and for others. And service. There it is. There it is. So it's a month of service, Scorpio. Sorry. But make sure and schedule that me time too, and you'll be okay. You will make it through. But yeah, you will be in much demand, it feels like, in October, which is what you wanted anyway, isn't it? Be careful what you wish for.